1, 2, 1, 2. The microphone works. That's a positive when you're doing a live stream. It wouldn't work as well. Actually, it probably would make much difference. Na 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 na. I can't move that. If I move that, then I've got to work out a slightly different way so that I can see the music. She came from Greece, she had a thirst for knowledge. She studied sculpture at St. Martin's College, that's where I caught her eye. She told me that her dad was loaded. I said that in that case I'll have a rum and Coca-Cola. And she said, Coca-Cola? She said, fine. And then in 30 seconds time she said, I wanna live like common people. I wanna do whatever common people do. I wanna sleep with common people. I wanna sleep with common people like you. But what else could I do? I said, well, I'll see what I can do. He took me to a supermarket. I don't know why, but I had to start it somewhere. So it started there. I said, pretend you've got no money. She just laughed and said, haha, you're so funny. I said, yeah. Not the anyone else laughing or smiling in here. Are you sure? You wanna live like common people. You wanna see whatever common people see. You wanna sleep with common people. You wanna sleep with common people like me. But she didn't understand. She just smiled and held my hand. Rent a flat above a shop. Cut your hair and get a job. Smoke some fags, play some pool. Pretend that you never went to school. But still you'll never get it right. Cause when you're laid in bed at night, watching roaches climb the wall, if you called your dad he could stop it all, yeah. You never live like common people. You'll never do whatever common people do. Never fail like common people. You'll never watch your life slide out of you and then dance and drink and screw. There's nothing else to do. Sing along with the common people. Sing along and it might just get you through. Laugh along with the common people. Laugh along even though they're laughing at you and the stupid things that you do because you think the poor is cool. I wanna live with common people like you. Wanna live with... Hello, 4 people. Sorry, I was having a little bit of practice there. I thought I need to start learning some new songs. So, I've basically, and the songs are free. There's no charge for the songs. I'm not going to ask you for a PayPal account. Sorry for the coffee slurping there. Yeah, thanks. 9! Boost up to 9. I'll take that. I'll take that all day long. Like 9 people in the live stream. If you're like, what the hell is this chaos? This chaos is, I do a live stream every day. He says, shuffling around nervously, and I sing her birthday, tell you which famous birthday it is. Anyone who subscribes to my channel is entitled to a free birthday song. Hello Cole Palmer the goat. Hello Cole Palmer the goat. Not a natural goat, an acronym for the greatest of all time. Yeah, so that's basically what I'm all about. So singing songs and parody songs about life and happy birthday, and I don't know, answer any questions you think that a 50-year-old father 3 might be qualified to answer. Right, we'll practice that song later because I've just sung it. How old is everyone? I say everyone. How old are people? This is a song about. This is a parody of Circle of Life. Cool, you're very good at singing. That's kind of you, Cole Palmer. I try and stay in tune as much as I can. I find it easier to stay in tune with my voice than my ukulele. This is a parody of Circle of Life, and it's about generations. If you were born pre-1980, then my friend, you're a Gen X. Your mum had a perm. Did your dad drive a Capri? Did you love your BMX? Boomers are concerned for their pension, but most of them own where they live. But like Gen Y and Z, I'm sure you'll agree, there's a cohort they're glad not to be in the U-bend of life, where it's an uphill struggle, defending your lifestyle choices while you search for your kid's shoes. And I hope that one day, when we finally get flushed out of the U-bend of life. Yeah, that's the whole concept. The U-bend of life, if you're not aware, if you're not heard that term before, basically, we're all part of a different generation. So if, like me, you're nearly 50 and you're born in 1976, then you are part of the generation cohort that is Generation X. After our generation is millennials, or I think Gen Y, and then after that is Gen Z, and then before my generation is boomers. And there's often quite a lot. I wrote this song because I did a video about an American boomer who has a YouTube channel who was getting a lot of abuse, a lot of grief in his comment section about being a boomer. And there's an argument that boomers have it easier than anyone else has ever had it. So they're kind of they're seen as people are a bit grumpy with boomers, but apparently the toughest time in anyone's life is what's called the U-bend of life. So the whole idea being, hello, Mr. Full Crank. Thanks for that's very kind of you, mate. The whole idea being that basically in your early life, so maybe teens, 20s, life fun, easygoing. I'm not sure about that. And then when you get to sort of like 30s, 40s, 50s, you're in what's called the U-bend, because basically you might have a full-time job, you might have quite a stressful life, you might have small children to look after, you might also have elderly parents to look after, and you're knackered, and it's called the U-bend. And then apparently once you get out the U-bend of life and you're in sort of the autumn of your life, or sort of like, I don't know, 60s, 70s, life's supposed to be easier. But again, I don't know about that either. I think it's a fairly flawed theory. What do you think? Do you think, when's the easiest time of your life? When do you think the easiest time of your life is? I don't know if it's middle age. I think everyone's having a tough time at the moment. I think life's the state of the world's a bit crazy, and I think everyone's struggling to an extent, which is kind of why I want to do live streams, because hopefully a number of ridiculous songs and the odd happy birthday shout out might cheer people up. This is a parody of If I Were a Boy by Beyonce, and it's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek song about I suppose sort of woke politics. Identify as a boy in the world today. Must be a total flipping nightmare, not knowing what to do or what to say. Can I still open the door for you or your nan? Is that seen as polite or patronising for anyone identifying woman? Good question. What do you think? Are you allowed? Is that patronising? If you see, certainly if I'm out in town and I see someone, is your birthday today? Happy birthday, Cole Palmer. I will include you in the birthday shout out in a minute. I don't know if it is. I think good manners is just good manners. It's irrespective of what gender I'm opening the door open for. If I see someone struggling with bags and things and I can open the door because I've got a free hand, then I'll do that. I think that's just good manners. Anyway, if it's your birthday today, like it is Cole _Palmer _dash goat, You share it with a British actress who was in Good Will Hunting. She's been in loads of things. She's one of my favourite actresses. Happy birthday, happy birthday. I can't find this. Happy birthday, here we go, to you. Happy birthday to you and Cole Palmer. Happy birthday. If it's your birthday, say 31st of January. You share it with Minnie Driver and Cole Palmer. Happy birthday to you. Yeah, happy birthday, mate. Hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Yeah, nice to have a birthday on a Saturday. You're welcome. That's a nice thing to do. Yeah, and anyone who subscribes to my YouTube channel and watches a video and puts their date and their name in a video comment, I will add you to the list and you get a birthday shout out, which I think seems fair. This is a parody of Yellow by Coldplay, and it's basically about, if you're like me, you're someone who struggles with OCD, and what's the limit to how many songs you know? Because I would like to request one, if that's okay. That's a good question, Free Tree. You can request, how many songs do I know? I probably know about 12 or 15. But what I would much rather do is actually learn songs that people generally want to listen to, because sorry for the long text. No, mate, I appreciate any support. I can promise you, anyone who has a YouTube channel, they much rather prefer interaction, even if that's constructive feedback and criticism, than no interaction. There's nothing worse than working quite hard to try and create a video or do something, and you're like, you send it into the void, and the void just goes, I have no opinion about that. That's worse. I think, if anything, you'd rather a bit of trolling, to be honest with you. Any feedback is positive. Any feedback is something. So yeah, if I don't know the song, the best thing to do is to book in your birthday song. You're welcome. Is to put it in a comment of one of my videos, because then I'll add it to the list. I'm basically creating a long list of songs. Like, for example, someone yesterday asked me to, can you learn Sweet Home Alabama? And I didn't know it, but I have just gone and learnt it. Because actually, it's much more interesting if people. I mean, typically they might not be in the live stream, but that I think is something that I think I would like to do. Actually, sing songs that people want, not just what I think people want, because it's probably very different. Anyway, big wheels keep on turning, carry me home to my kin, singing songs about the Southland. I miss old Bammy once again. I think it's a sin. Well, I heard Mr. Young sing about her. Well, I heard old Neil put her down. Well, I hope Neil Young will remember, a southern man don't need him around anyhow. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are smooth blue. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I'm coming home to you. Sweet home Alabama. Need a bit of practice on that one. It's a bit clunky, but yeah, that's so it does happen. If you request songs, they may not happen that week, they may not happen that month, but they will happen. Hello, Diana Martinez. Hope you are. Thank you. That was really good. Thank you, Free Tree. That's really kind of you. That's my plan, to be this kind of like daily, and I don't know if I'll do daily live streams every day forever, but certainly as I'm trying to get to the point where the channel's monetized, which is frustratingly slow. I think I'm about maybe 500 subscribers off. I do remember you. It's nice to see you in the live stream. About 500 off, and I'm probably about 500 watch time hours. So I wonder if I'll ever get there. It seems to be taking an annoyingly long time. Right. This is a song about worrying, and it's a parody of Bob Marley's Three Little Birds. You say don't worry about a thing. Well, that's not an easy thing to do in 2026. But I woke up this morning, I was worried about my interest rates. Then 3 small children started demanding their breakfast. And can we have some pancakes? Or maybe a bacon sandwich? No, you can have some cereal or toast. Please try not to worry about a thing, because it's a massive waste of your energy. That's true. It's true. Easier said than done now. I spend a disproportionate amount of time in my life worrying about things I can't possibly control. So if you know a definitive way of doing it, let me know. The one way I know that does really help, actually weirdly, playing the ukulele and doing live streams, I'm a lot less anxious doing this, which seems. Thank you for the support, Free Tree. I appreciate that. And I do a lot of cold sea swimming. And oh my goodness, the English Channel at the moment is freezing. But afterwards, I feel so chilled out. So yes, there are ways. You don't have to live in an anxious state, I've learned. But it does take a bit of work. Right, kicking on. This is a parody of I'm Yours by Jason Mraz. It's about when your kids are being a bit spoiled. Well, I took you to the park and I bought you a Happy Meal. We went to the pantomime, we saw Sting and Ian Beale. To be honest, I'm quite confused how you'd ever seem that amused. All this being present means I'm presently quite stressed, and not buying a pony won't result in my arrest. I shouldn't have to explain to you why a 7-year-old doesn't need a personal trainer. If you're a mum or a dad, the one thing you'll know is true. Your kids will often tell you they're bored. Diana Martinez, do you make your own lyrics? I do make my own lyrics, which is why they're ridiculous. I basically take famous songs that kind of lend themselves to the ukulele. So, like Jason Mraz is a big ukulele star. That song by Riptide is definitely very... and then I kind of change them so they're relevant, mostly, I suppose, for people like me who are grumpy dads who are tired. But that's really kind of you. That means a lot. Thank you. How long did it take to learn ukulele? Because I want to learn someday. It's really easy, actually, and that's why I did it. I did try and learn. I remember playing the saxophone when I was a kid. I've had several times of trying to learn the guitar, and the problem, the guitar's quite difficult. And this is easy. It's only got 4 strings, so if you've got fat fingers like me, you can play it really easily. And once you know like 4 chords, a G chord, a C chord, an A minor, and an F. If Free Tree, if you could do me a massive favour. There's like a 50-minute long video on my YouTube channel. I think it's one of the main ones. I think it's one of the most popular ones. It's got like 3,000 views. It's basically an hour-long lesson on how to play the ukulele. So it talks about the ukulele a bit. It talks about how it's helped my mental health. It teaches you the main notes, and it also teaches you some songs to play. If you watch that, that's massively helping me out, because that's like a 50-minute video, and hopefully, in exchange, you learn how to learn the ukulele. So yeah, that would be my tip. If you want to learn how to play ukulele, they cost about you can probably pick up a ukulele about 20 quid. I'll even show you how to tune it. That would be my tip for you. I hope that helps. Right, I'm going to sing a song by Pulp that I'm trying to learn. And this isn't a parody. This is just a song, because I think that's the one thing people quite like. I did have a nice message from a young lady. She's like, "Can you just do a cover as opposed to adding silly, childish parody lyrics for grumpy dads?" So I'm gonna sing. I'm going to do a cover of Wonderwall, because she's a bit of an Oasis fan. That's my. You'll get to that. Thank you. You're absolutely welcome. Let me know how it goes, mate. If I can help, I'd love to. She came from Greece. She had a thirst for knowledge. She studied sculpture at St Martin's College, that's where I caught her eye. She told me that her dad was loaded. I said, in that case I'll have a rum and Coca-Cola. She said, fine. And then in 30 seconds time, she said, I wanna live like common people. I wanna do whatever common people do. I wanna sleep with common people. I wanna sleep with common people like you. What else could I do? I said, well, I'll see what I can do. I took her to a supermarket. I don't know why, but I had to start it somewhere. So it started there. I said, pretend you've got no money. She just laughed and said, you're so funny. I said, yeah. Well, I can't see anyone else laughing or smiling in here. Are you sure? You want to live like common people. You want to see whatever common people see. You want to sleep with common people. You want to sleep with common people like me. But she didn't understand, and she just smiled and held my hand. Rent a flat above a shop, cut your hair and get a job, smoke some fags, play some pool, pretend that you never went to school, but you'll still never get it right, 'cause when you're laid in bed at night, watching roaches climb the wall, if you called your dad he could stop it all, yeah. You'll never live like common people. You'll never do whatever common people do. You'll never fail like common people. You'll never watch your life slide out of you and then dance and drink and screw, because there's nothing else to do. And sing along with the common people. Sing along and it might just get you through. Laugh along with the common people. Laugh along even though they're laughing at you and the stupid things you do, because you think the poor is cool. I wanna live with common people like you. I wanna live with common people like you. I wanna live with common people like you. That's it. Not sure about the ending. I need to work on the ending there. Hi, I'm so sure I have to go feed my horse. No problems, Diana. I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. And thanks for dropping in. It's awesome. Right. Hi, it's my friend's birthday. You sure? How cool? How do you do it? Hi, Jack. How do I do what? Thank you. I live in the UK. So you've got probably a similar day to me, and it's kind of a bit overcast and a bit damp. Took the kids to football this morning early, and it's quite nice. Right, this is a parody of Lean On Me. Don't know who sang it originally. And it's basically a bit of a kind of like, if you're having a bit of a rough, I don't know if you're having a bit of a rough time, it's a bit of a reminder that you're not on your own. Because I too often have rough times, and it's just part of life. Sorry, just a quick burp of coffee out the way. Oh, right, now we're ready. Sometimes life can be poo, like a big bag of poo that someone has covered in poo. But there is a very silly man with limited ukulele skills who's on a mission to make you smile. Lean on me if you're having a wobble, 'cause I am a man who's often quite wobbly, and we can wobble together, safe in the knowledge that it's not just you and me. How do you sing and play? It takes time, actually. The thing I find difficult is that whenever you try and learn a ukulele song, there's always like a strumming technique suggestion. Like a lot of ukulele songs are like down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And I can't do that. It's a bit like that whole kind of like patting your head and rubbing your tummy. My brain's like, oh, I'm doing, so I'm just do one. All I would say to that is, and whenever you're learning anything, especially ukuleles, just don't worry about it. I don't have a strumming technique. I just sing along, and the singing of the song makes me want to strum a certain way, and I don't think too much about it. and it makes me feel quite good, especially if the songs are ridiculous and totally made up. That doesn't matter, they don't have to rhyme. I like someone like Jack Black who does a similar thing. I love Jack Black because he just makes up songs and they're good and they don't rhyme quite often. And I think that's just get yourself a ukulele, tune it up. Go and check out there's a video on my YouTube channel. It's about 15 minutes long. I'm going to rename it because I think it's a bit confusing. I think it's titled, how I help my mental health or something. I'm just going to change it to, 50-minute ukulele tutorial. It teaches you all the notes you should know in a hopefully less kind of schoolish way. Learn that and then let me know how you get on. And you're also massively helping me out because you're watching 50 minutes of watch time. What's your favourite song? Thanks, Jack. I appreciate your support. I've got lots of favourite songs. I know that's a real cop out. Let's see if I can find. But there are some I prefer more than other. Sweet Home Alabama is up there. No, but I do have genuinely favourite songs. Let's find one. Without trying to knocking over. I need to invest in a music stand as opposed to balancing things on chairs. That doesn't work. I like Oasis. Big fan of Oasis. This is what I like. I like the Oasis song Whatever. Here's a silly parody song of that. I'm free to eat whatever I want once the packed lunches are done, and as long as I don't mind crab crisps. I'm also free for 8 minutes a day once the kids are asleep and before I go to sleep myself. I'm free to bike home after work as long as I don't get a text saying please get milk. I like Oasis. I think, and largely that's probably because when I was at kind of end of school, beginning of university time, Oasis were huge. I remember seeing them at Wembley once, and it was brilliant. So yeah, I like them, but I also like all sorts of music. There's some rap music I like. There's a heavy metal. For me, it's more about what mood I'm in. 1 minute I love a bit of Oasis, next minute I love a bit of Prodigy. So it doesn't really work quite in the same way. And in the next minute I like a bit of ridiculous pop, like this song by Hanson. This you might not have heard of Hanson. I think this was their song Umbop was basically from 1997. You may not even be born. How old was I in 1997? 20 maybe, 19. Anyway, this is a parody of Umbop, and it's also a story about something that still makes me laugh about 20 years on. Lots of my memories make me laugh, but none as much as this. I stopped at a motorway services for a coffee and a whiz. The guy in the next cubicle was making funny sounds. I'm going to start again. I completely missed out a line and messed it up like a massive Wally. And that doesn't matter, no one cares. Lots of my memories make me laugh, but none as much as this. I stopped at a motorway services for a coffee and a whiz. All the urinals were full, so I went to sit down. The guy in the next cubicle was making funny sounds. You can probably see where this is going. He was going, plop, 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 sounded painful, plop, 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 he was really struggling, plop, 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 he said it wasn't funny, plop, 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 it totally was. Hello from Ireland. Always like hearing people from all over the world. That's awesome. Hello, Sandra Dowling. Hello, Sandra Darling, I hope you're okay, and I hope you're having an awesome day in Ireland. I imagine you've got a similar weather front that we do in Britain. I'm in Brighton, which is the south coast of the UK. You probably know that already. Yeah, I'm in, I live near Brighton, and which is nice because I love being by the sea, because I love jumping in the sea, because it's good for if like me, you're a bit of an anxious person and you're constantly worrying about, did I offend that person yesterday, or did I cause an accident when I drove? Was that a crisp packet I drove over, or a small horse? Yeah, so that's it. That's my mindset. That's a quick sort of, if you wanted to know. But yeah, that's basically what the channel's all about. Parody songs largely about dad life, parenting life, and mental health. Which I can totally see how that people are like, it's not the most cheery of subject matters, but I think you've got to write about what you know. I think that's the thing to do. I liked your stream. That's really kind of you. Thank you very much. And yeah, I think there's too much. If I think of the things in life that really make me laugh and smile, lots of very funny Irish. Actually, one of my famous stand-ups is a guy called, I think it's David O'Doherty. He's a guy who plays with a small Casio. That guy is a genius. That guy plus Jack Black are just the two most awesome people on the planet. This is a parody of Soul Sister by Train. Do you know what camogie is or hurling is? I don't know what is camogie and hurling the same thing. Is hurling's the thing that's a bit like lacrosse. It looks absolutely lethal and looks like you could quite easily die doing it. I do know it's proper. It's like Gaelic football is proper dangerous. I'm a big rugby fan. Hurling. So what's the difference between hurling and camogie? That's what I know. Right, this is a parody of Soul Sister by Train about depression. Stay with me. There is a point to this song. Depression is crap, it's a pain in the bum. If my stress is crippling, I can talk to my one female sibling. She's less likely to over-worry, scream and shout like Andy Murray, or prejudge me like that knob at work. She probably won't laugh like when I was 3 and I pooed in the bath. If she did, I'll just remind her of that time in Fuerteventura when she thought she'd asked for the bill correctly in Spanish. Just got to explain what she did, which still makes me laugh. I think she said garçon, garçon, la cruenta, por favor, which I think she thought was waiter, waiter. Well, if it's in Spain, so garçon, garçon is wrong already, it's because that's French. And I think actually what she said was, can I have the 40? So I think she stood up and kind of waved at a man and said, can I have the 40? He just looked utterly baffled. That plus the Umbot song about a man plopping in a toilet still makes me laugh. Talking to your sister can clear stress like a demister on a mobile phone. The dog and bone. She's got 3 kids, so she's often home. You play camogie. Is it fun? Is it as dangerous as rugby? That's what I'd like to know, because that would kind of give me an idea that would kind of make me understand where it is on the kind of sort of system of dangerous sports. Right, this is a parody of I'm Believer by the Monkees, and it's about how you can stay organised in your life. I have always been a massive fan of lists, because getting things done gives you dopamine. If the world's out to get you, kick it in the bum by ticking off the list of things that you've already done. You need to get things done, be a list writer, a shot of dopamine when you see that it's done. I write lists, I'm a list writer, cause I'm running lists if I tried. I love a list. That's my kind of life hack. If you're a bit lost, you're like, I don't know what I'm doing in my life, or even, the day, write a little list, and write down a few things you've already done, like, got out of bed, I'm out of bed, that's tick 1, what a result. Brush my teeth, I brush my teeth. Hello, Harland, how are you? This is a parody of 500 Miles by the Proclaimers, about the joys or stress of parenting. When you're a parent, well, you know there's gonna be an endless list of jobs to do. You'll try washing with soap or bleach or lava, but your hands will always smell of someone's poo. And when I've done 500 jobs, it just gets replaced with 500 more. I wanna be a man who gets to sleep in his own bed, on someone else's floor. I'm exhausted, but apparently not as tired as my wife. I'm exhausted, but I wouldn't change a thing about my life. Sandra Dowling, it's not as dangerous as rugby, but I would put it on a 9 or 8 out of 10 on the danger scale, would you? Well, it sounds pretty dangerous. If it was on 8 or 9 or yeah, that sounds. Is it the same as hurling in that you have like a stick? Because the minute you start giving people sticks, I think that's the danger level goes up considerably. This is a parody of. Sorry, had a bit of a moment there. My mind suddenly went on sort of screensaver mode. What does knock 10 mean? Don't know what that means. Knock 10. You've just given me 76 pence. That's incredibly generous. And if you have Anna of Norway, is it Anna of Norway? You'll be it's a $1. Do you know? Because you know what? If you have, this is a seismic moment. This is officially the first donation I've ever had. I could cry, which is probably a bit of a strange thing for a 50-year-old man to say on a Saturday morning in his spare room. But if you have just donated, that's incredibly generous of you, and I genuinely appreciate it. Thank you so much for your kindness. Can I like your like? Is that something that happens? Oh yeah, it is. Do you know George Foreman? Oh mother, what I'll do now? No, I don't, but I need to. Kesa_DeFresney. If you could, what I really want to do is build up a catalogue of songs that people really want to hear, especially the people who support me by tuning into my live stream. If you could watch, we don't have to watch it. If you could basically go to one of my videos and put your name and the song you want me to learn in the comments, then I'll get it done. Did they, Sandra? That's sad. From a head injury, so I kind of agree with you. It's on the 8 or 9 scale of danger. Maybe wear a helmet. That sounds fairly dangerous, right? This is a parody of "Keep On Moving" by Five, and it's about getting no sympathy from your wife. I woke up today with a cold sore, a clear sign that I am run down. I'm on a mission to raise global morale by being a massive clown. If you want to listen to other silly songs, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. She was wearing a helmet. That's really sad. I feel really sorry. That's tough. That's really tough. And yeah, it's like I used to play a lot of rugby, but I remember playing rugby in the 80s and 90s. Didn't see, maybe it's different because I'm a parent now, and parents just constantly dynamically risk assess all the time. I seem to spend a lot of my time telling my kids to don't run, don't do that, it's slippy, just on loop constantly. But I don't remember rugby being as dangerous as it is now, isn't it? I don't know if I'd want my kids to play rugby now because it just looks utterly lethal. That coffee's rough. Right. This is a parody of All the Small Things by Blink-182. And unfortunately, we are sticking on the parenting theme. If you're playing Karma Your Holly, then you're forced to wear a helmet. Well, I think that's sensible. Toddlers that don't sleep is enough to make you weep. No more, I said, 'cause you will wet the bed. Always, I know I won't get to watch my TV show. They will keep you waiting. It's incredibly frustrating. No, it's a milk embargo. Yes, that includes milk. Milky, 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 milk, milk. Milky, 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 milk, milk, milk. Milky, 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 milk, milk. Milky milk. You can't have any more milk. Parenting is a lot about saying just you feel like you're the fun police. Basically, I spend a lot of my time just telling kids not to do anything that could potentially hurt them or make them ill or just increase workload for me. So I'm talking to no one. There's no one here. Everyone's gone in the live stream. I'm literally just talking to myself, but we're 40 minutes in. Right. That's fair enough. Can't believe someone donated. That's amazing. How exciting. Right. I'm going to finish on Let It Be parody. Thank you, one person back in. I've gone from 0 people to 1 person, which is 100% improvement. I've just survived 3 whole days of childcare, catering to their every need. One word was said constantly, Daddy. When various fluids had finally been cleaned up, the number 2 from number 3. Netflix and Disney, can you save me? Rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. Rescue me. I hope my wife's bus isn't late again. Rescue me. Sandra, I think it's just you and me in the live stream. So thank you for your support, because it's something a little bit worrying about a grown man playing a live stream where there's no one here. Hello, meatman_CF Prime. What's up, bro? I do remember you. No, it's me now. I hope you're well. We're getting towards the latter stages of the live stream. But 40 minutes goes surprisingly quickly in a live stream. You can ask my family, especially my wife. I don't struggle with talking. I can talk a glass ice shut quite easily, especially if I've had what I've just had was a particularly large and sugar-based coffee. This is a parody of Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline. It's probably the last song of the live stream. Sorry about that. Or not sorry about that. I don't know. When do your streams start? Hello, Jack Draycott. Hello. When do they start? I'll be honest with you, mate. They're a little bit hit and miss because life's a bit crazy. That's why I always, afterwards, in the unlikely event that someone... you're in Wales. Hello, Meatman from Wales. I'm very excited because next weekend is the Six Nations. And as a Scotland supporter, it's that time of the year where... Yet again, it's just, I don't know why we do it to ourselves. Every year, we're like, this is the year. No, it's not. This is not the year at all. Every year, as a Scotland supporter, we're like, no, maybe this is the year. And I play out the well. They're away to Italy, so they should, in theory, beat Italy. They've got England at home. Murrayfield's a good tough place to win. It's just it's heartbreaking. It's like I support Aston Villa, although Aston Villa are having a good football season, but Scotland are just... And I think I support Scotland because my dad, I remember the first rugby I ever watched was my dad was a massive Scotland supporter. And so therefore I will support Scotland. And I love it in some ways when they win because it's so exciting and it doesn't happen often. But the problem is that, I don't know why I'm going off on a Scotland rugby rant, but yeah, basically it's the hope that kills, I think. And I can't stand England winning again. It just winds me up. And I know that you just come across as a Scotland supporter who sounds really English with a chip in his shoulder. It's quite confusing. Come on, England. Yeah, no, you're fair enough. I think you can't... and I'm trying to rationalise this to myself. I can't dislike a team for being good. That's ridiculous. You can't dislike England because they're successful. It's more jealousy. It's more Scotland have never beaten New Zealand, and then England going to do it... I mean, England made New Zealand look really pretty average, and that's not an easy thing to do. It's this year, it's between England and France, and if I'm honest, it's kind of England's to win, really. Anyway, let's not talk about that because it makes me depressed. Right, anyway, this is a parody of Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline. It's about when you're a man and you get a bit fat and you need to lose some weight. Me in lockdown. When it began, when I noticed the build-up of back fat and my underpants were feeling snug. But what can be done? I can't visit a gym in lockdown to shred my chest or tone my bum. Hands, put down a second bit of cake, grab yourself a banana and smash out some body squats. Do a body squat, ba-ba-da, when you're waiting for some toast to pop. should I do? Ba-ba-da. It's up to you when you stop. Hi Bethany. Bethany the Swiftie, I'm guessing. I don't know how to play any Taylor Swift songs, but I know full well if I did, I learned that I think my listener base would go up considerably. And there are some good Taylor Swift songs actually that are quite easy to sing along, and I'm guessing probably don't have a complicated chord sequence. So yeah, that's on the list. I want to learn lots and lots and lots of songs, and the nice thing about the ukulele and pop songs is basically most pop songs are 4 or 5 chords. Really, they're normally like a C, G, A minor, F. That's like the most normal chord sequence you will find. So that's the plan. Anyway, I've been talking way too much. I've played pretty much every song I know. Can you learn You'll Never Walk? Can you learn You'll Never Walk? Is that Alone? Or You'll Never Walk Some? Or is that a Taylor Swift song? I'd love to. Best thing to do, Bethany. I'd more than happy. Basically, anyone who subscribes to my YouTube channel, I will happily sing them. I'll give them a birthday shout out. And You'll Never Walk Alone. Yeah, I'd love. Is that Never Walk Alone as in the Liverpool sort of anthem, or Taylor Swift? If you want me to learn a song and then sing it in a live stream and dedicate it to you, all you need to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel and put that in a comment in any one of my videos, the Liverpool theme. I will, because that's a classic. That's a great song. That's just a great song, even if you don't like Liverpool, and I don't mind Liverpool. Okay. Could you do me a favor? Because the minute I press the cross at the top and stop the live stream, all of the live stream feed goes. So anyone who's said anything, or said this is my birthday, can you sing my birthday on this day, or can you sing this song, it just evaporates. If you could do me a massive favor by writing it in the comments of any one of my videos, it will show it up, and I can add it to my long list of songs that I want to learn for all the lovely people that support me in live streams. Anyway, it's time to go. I've been talking for nearly 48 minutes, which is a long time to talk. I do one every day, so I will be in tomorrow, April the 6th. Yeah, so just put that in a comment in one of my YouTube videos, and I'll make a note of it. I'm going to work tomorrow, so my live stream will probably be in the evening, probably about 7 or 8 o'clock, for anyone who's that interested. But until then, I hope you have an awesome rest of your Saturday. Take care. Bye. I'm trying to turn it off. What's going on?